World Nightly Recap, January 10th, 2025. This video is just information, for anybody that's into information and want to stay sharp on their knowledge, just trying to use my platform for something different other than music. Music is, that's what, kind of made me, but information is important, so I'm going to share some things. Today, Donald Trump has officially become a felon. What does that mean, Karen? It means that more people are going to be home from mass incarceration. We start with the high-profile cases. Larry Hoover, Puff Daddy. Already you got Mac Minister. You got James Baldwin, who just came home on a technicality due to something called the Brady motion. So if you got friends that's in the penal system, penitentiary, feds, inform them of this, a Brady motion, share this video, study it. That's why I have no music in the back. It's just information, how to be politically correct with the things I say. Yeah, like I said, those high profile celebrities, Larry Hoover, Mac Minister, James Baldwin, Puff Daddy. James Baldwin just came home on a technicality on a Brady motion. So a Brady motion is unlike your regular motion. So if you've been in the system and know if you go to court, it's always motion, motion, motion. Donald Trump becoming a felon, I'm sure he's going to take an approach to modify some of these things and really look in depth into, some of these technical errors that was missed during the proceedings of hearings or just cases that just been prolonged. See murder, for example. So you factor all of that in with Kim Kardashian. She's going for justice reform. She's really close with that. So people say, hey, what does that got to do with C Murder? Well, C Murder wrote out a letter. I think wrote back, and she went to New Orleans, and they trying to get some things overturned. So you look at these close relationships and what that means to felons. Donald Trump, a felon himself, he more than anybody, he's going to stand the loopholes and what it takes to get people home. He already did that in his previous term of presidency. So if you look at what he did on the federal level for people like, I just say Harry O, the founder of Death Row. This is a lot of African Americans. I think we like 2/3 of the population system black, and so that's us, and that's Mexicans and blacks. So when you look at these demographics, who this is going to affect, a lot of people going to be coming home. A lot of people already getting time back from things they did prior on state level, and he did it on federal level. Barack Obama did it. He enforced it a little bit, with Donald Trump let him. And I ain't a political guy. I wasn't there when they being signed. I wasn't there when it was being signed and how it all played out and who affected who. But when Donald Trump got off, people just came home. Obama did get some people home. You know what I'm saying? So you had to look at these two things. But Barack Obama and Donald Trump, they pulling back from what Clinton did with the 3-strike law, because there's people still sitting in there from the 90s. So them two presidents was pulling it back. Down his second term now. Barack Obama had a couple of terms to do it. We're going to see a lot of guys coming home. So when you factor again, it gets real interesting from that standpoint. So him becoming a felon today, it's gonna shake up the judicial system a lot. Felons, new ones and old felons. So it's gonna shake things up. So a lot of people gonna get their time back. So just to the youngsters that may be new to the judicial system and how things working and how that's looking. Not saying everybody gonna get that benefit, but the people that's been sitting on trying to get appeals for 10, 15 years because the system's so back, this is going to really, help them come home, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully the system just fair for everybody in general, but that's how it's going to play out. State and federal level, a lot of things are going to be looked at, I feel, because of the president and him becoming, he can really, I'm sure he got his political views of, hey, well, this is what the Democrats did. Hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make America great again. You know what I'm saying? His campaign and how they roll, and I think that's just going to affect the landscape of our Justice Department and how that's going to play out for African Americans, and that's just what it is. Being that we affected by mass incarceration. you know, for decades since the 80s, you know. So that's just what this video is, to bring awareness to that and what it's going to look like. If this was information, man, like, share, comment. I'm just trying to use the platform for something other than that, you know. Yeah, and more content coming in the future. So, man, stay tuned, like, share, and that's just what we're gonna do. You know, I got a lot of my younger peers that's, you know, they suffering. You know, hey Luke, man, how do I do this? You know, even with my situations and my struggles, you know, with the justice system, I'm helping people get out. That's just me. I'm what they consider. I'm what you consider a Blackstone lawyer. You don't know what that term is, you know, go look it up. But I'm a Blackstone lawyer, meaning, you know, I represent myself. What they call it? I prefer to be self-governed. That means I live by my own laws. That's like autonomous. But I'm what they call a Blackstone lawyer. So just in my practice of being that, you know, this is the information I choose to share. I think this content is helpful for, you know, younger guys. Law is important. We country based on law. So I just figure, hey man, why not? You know, recap is it's the thing to do. You got to know the law. You know, the law. Not knowing the law. As the saying goes, ignorance of law is no excuse, and that's what I try to tell the youth. Like, hey, yeah, you could be out here with 30s and running around, but hey, you know, when the judge and you say, hey man, you gotta go sit down for this long. It's their job to get you in there. It's your job to get out. So hopefully, it's just beneficial, just on the level of, you know, law. You know, let's make America great again. I think Donald Trump becoming a felon, you got to learn the benefits of being a felon. It's a lot of benefits for being a felon. I know this sounds crazy, but it's a lot of things you can get as a felon. You can't get as a regular civilian. You know, the benefit in your favor. You know, people get tax breaks for hiring. So felons, you know, oftentimes got better jobs than people who've been in the real world because they felons. And if you don't know how to, you know, maneuver through these loopholes and, you know, these things, it's gonna be a little difficult for you transitioning from that to this. You know what I'm saying? These table talks, this conversation, a lot of people don't want to have it, but it's true. A lot of people losing because they just don't know the law. But to my original point, Donald Trump becoming a felon, I think it's gonna help a lot. I think Puff Daddy gonna maneuver out of his situation just because of relationships. You know what I'm saying? I think with Kim Kardashian doing what she's been doing, high key and low key, I think it's gonna be a lot of people coming home, especially from the hip hop. So I put some names in the title and the description because these are just the high profile. These are the Brady motions. This is what people looking at. You know, this is what people talking about. So yeah, that and you know, if you haven't been watching it, James Baldwin, famous actor, he just came home on a Brady motion, a technicality. So hopefully, C Murder can come home on his technicality, their recant statement. You know, Puff Daddy, you know, he may be coming home. Just these little things that President Trump got the power just to come on. You know what I'm saying? He got executive power, so it ain't like he dealing with oversee everybody. He could pardon people, you know, like what he did with Harry O. You know, like, you know, that's the founder of Death Row. Like when you got that executive power, it's nothing nobody can really do. You know, so you just looking forward to a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this ST stuff being so big, a hot topic right now. So it's a lot of that. So just pay attention. You know, these some tools you can use so you know you don't get abused. You know the law, it helps you navigate a little bit. Surface level stuff, but really deep, really powerful. You just need to know the language, and I think, you know, you'll figure out if you got the introduction, you'll figure everything else out from there. So it gets deep, the rabbit hole gets deep, but it ain't enough time online for me to go that long. But just entry level, those group of people, if you not see it, but it all is cohesive stuff. It's all things that's gonna come up just because relationships and what's been going on for the past 3-4 years. You know, the Democrats may have a hold on things, but now the Republicans in. So I think Donald Trump, you know, they really poked the bear by trying to hit him with that felon today. Like, he's a felon today. So yeah, we could say we got a president that's a felon, and I'm sure he gonna, he looking to, he already people that came from the Capitol. Some of them coming home already. That was 4 years ago. They finna come home, so he pardoned them. The people that rolled for him. So he definitely got a psychology of this stuff. So he's gonna do that. Like it's no question in my mind. He's really gonna make America great again. Like as he say, people say we in America always been great. It's always been a land opportunity. It's a land full of immigrants. So I think it's gonna be good in that regards. I think it's just gonna be interesting. There's gonna be a president, one that's really gonna mark time. Like when Kennedy, some of these Barack, it's gonna really mark time. The first one marked time, but I think this one is gonna really not. So y'all stay tuned for that, man. Subscribe, comment. If it was something here you liked, let me know. I could discuss more of those topics and go live on that again. But that's my time. Thank you.